Okay, moving on to paragraph 24, seller representations. So this version of the contract is a little different than the prior version. The prior version required affirmative action for the parties to check mark and initial. So it really brought the parties to this section of the contract, but inevitably they were never completed correctly. So I think the drafters did away with affirmative actions required by the parties and prepared this provision of the contract so that it reads as it is now. These are very important for your listing agents out there. I think it's important that you really focus on 24 and run through each of these representations and make sure that the seller is not aware of any of these things. I think that if they are, and it's not appropriately discussed or revealed or disclosed, that this would really be the basis of a lawsuit against your seller. So something that I see a lot, and a good example is in 24H. A lot of times people do work to the property and try to circumvent the permitting process because it's a pain in the rear. So they'll make improvements to the real estate, but they didn't pull permits. This is something that needs to be disclosed to your buyer. So you can the parties can either cross that section out and initial next to it, or an email needs to be sent to the attorney so that the attorney can address this in his or her attorney review letter. So it's a very, very important section. It should not be glossed over. We will also remind our seller clients to confirm and review that those items in paragraph 24 are all accurate. If by chance something changes prior to closing, the seller has an obligation to disclose that to the buyer, and the seller has to rectify that prior to closing. If the seller is not able to do that, the buyer reserves the right to terminate the contract. So that's a brief synopsis of paragraph 24.